Okay, so this is an open letter to my depression and anxiety and OCD and all of those little shits. You're beside me as I type. You're hovering, Constance. I don't appreciate it. I've been polite, I know. I've shared my bed and blanket. I've asked if scrambled or over-easy eggs would calm and better prepare you for the day. I've checked all your boxes, so I know this seems out of character. It isn't, Constance. It isn't. I just haven't been the best communicator. So, here goes. I'm mad. No, let me rephrase. Mad sounds sweet, like I'm twirling my hair and giggling in between outbursts. That's not it. I'm pissed. You've overstayed your welcome. Decades overstayed. Let's replay some of your greatest hits. Track 1. You tagged along on my vacation to Florida. I've never been much of a sleeper, so I said sure to your ghost stories. You'd reached round 3 of reasons I'm not invited to more birthday parties when you overheard yelling in the next room. I begged you to ignore it. It wasn't for us, Constance. You pinned me to the fitted sheet and screamed, "Listen! You, a principal bleeding ears with banty screeches, me, the PA system. Listen, listen, listen! You, a mortician for the feeling, me, a dirt connoisseur. When I flunked, you shook me. Shook my arms, shook my legs, shook my neck, shook every piece of me like a newborn tree in a hurricane. I couldn't stop, Constance. I couldn't breathe, Constance. I was 10 years old and thought I was dying, Constance. I should have left you in Florida. Track 2. You haunted me during homework. You licked your lips and just waited to devour me. I didn't care if my S mirrored one on a computer screen. I didn't care if the straightness of my R could be measured with a level. You did. You, Constance. After writing each letter in my name, you forced me to pause and analyze its curves or straightness or alignment on the page. When it wasn't up to your standards, you demanded, start over, start over, start over, make it perfect. I countered that it looked fine. No one would notice. Start over, make it perfect. No one will like you. You convinced me, Constance. So I erased and analyzed, erased and analyzed, and erased and analyzed over and over and over. I didn't stop when I made you happy, because that moment never came. I stopped and my erasing tore a hole in the paper, and there was nothing to do but cry. Your release was mastering my strings with knives. I should have left you in that chair. Track 3. You were my son. I told you I was my own son and there wasn't room for you. You kicked in the door anyway, closed the curtains and clicked off the lights anyway, chained me to my bed anyway. You chained me there for weeks on end, said, no food, no water, no friends. You don't deserve it. You deserve to swim with the shadows. When I unlocked the chain, you were my son still. You bullied me into questioning every piece of myself. What I said, how I smiled, how I laughed, if I was funny enough, sweet enough, smart enough, if I was too funny, too sweet, too smart. You forced me through so many police lineups that I stopped seeing myself. At night, you replayed films of my behavior. Analyze, 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 again, again, again. I dozed to the soundtrack of your anger, and I woke to the same. In your reviews, I'd always fucked up. I should have left you in bed. Closing track. You're here, but I've discovered headphones. You try to tell me that I'm not enough, that the seconds I'm relaxing, I should be working, that I should stop trying so hard, that I'm no good. You try to seduce me to dismiss my dreams and marry safety instead. You try, but you're a whisper. I'm louder. Your efforts aren't okay. No, let me rephrase. They're offensive, Constance. You are the worst. You are selfish and greedy, but no longer master of my strings. Your efforts aren't working. I have things to do. I'm revoking your privileges. You can't tell me I'm worthless. You can't bully me into submission. You can't tell me I'm not good enough, not talented enough, not cool enough. You cannot. You cannot spread rumors about me like I'm not in the room. That is not your right. Do you hear me, Constance? That is not your right. I'm here. I'm saying no thank you. I've decided I'm an A+. I've decided I'm an A+ because of my scars, not in spite of them. I've decided that. I'm in control. It's time to leave, Constance. You are unneeded and unwanted, Constance. Get out, get out, get out. Go, Constance. I am enough. I'm leaving you here. Thank you.